Hey, I'm Coach Kozak from HASfit, here today to bring you another free professional workout routine. When I'm all done demonstrating the workout, make sure you click the link in the video description. It'll shoot you over to HASfit's website where we have the workout instructions. Alright, let's get this thing started. A scissor jump is a plyometric exercise for your lower body. We're going to start with your feet in a staggered position. One arm back, both elbows are bent at a 90-degree angle. We're going to drop down until both knees are at a 90-degree angle. And now I'm going to jump straight up, alternate arms, and alternate legs at the same time. You should always have your opposite arm forward of the leg that is back. And then next, repeat. Keep those elbows bent and come down until both knees are at a 90-degree angle, switching every time. That is a scissor jump. A knee tuck is a power movement for the lower body. We're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to bring our knees up powerfully, straight up in the air as we jump as high as we can. And then when we land, first we want to land on the balls of the feet and then seamlessly transition back to the heels, putting our weight back on our hips. This position is going to help us launch right back into the next jump. So we're going to jump up, knees up, balls of the feet, heels, back, weight back on my hips, and then I go in straight back up from the side, weight back on my hips. Big power every single time. That is a knee tuck. Altitude landings are a plyometric exercise to improve power and vertical jumping ability. They can be done with anywhere from an 8 to a 48-inch box. So you're going to see here, I'm having a bench set up. I'm going to start by stepping up on the bench. We're going to step off the bench, and we're going to land in one of 3 positions. Each position is going to concentrate on a different muscle group. So we're going to land either in a quarter squat with our weight back on our hips. And notice how I'm in a quarter squat position. This is going to put the concentration on my quads, not in a full squat. Next one we're going to do is in a half squat with our hips lateral to the ground. So we're going to step off, drop it down, and also try to get my hips parallel to the ground. This one is going to focus more on your hamstrings. And we're going to step back up. The third position that we can do an altitude landing with is our glutes. Step off. We're going to land nice and deep all the way down, work on that flexibility as well. And this one is going to work on the glutes. So an altitude landing, there are 3 different variations. You can either focus on the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, or in one workout you can do all 3. A pogo jump is a plyometric exercise that really focuses on your lower leg and on your calves. We're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to rock back onto our heels, and we're going to come up, exploding our balls of the feet into the ground, jumping up as high as we can without using our upper legs. We're going to try to take out our hips and our knees out of the equation and only jump with this joint. So rocking back on our heels, balls of the feet into the ground, big power straight up. When you finish this movement, or I should say when you're in the air, your toes should be pointing at the ground. So you won't be able to jump quite as high on this one as I would if I actually jumped. But the goal is to concentrate on that lower leg and make the lower leg do all of the work. That's a pogo jump. Box jump is one of my favorite plyometric exercises. There's 2 ways to do it. You can either do a single response, where it's just one jump up, jump down, and then you stop and reset, or you can do a multiple response where it's one right into the next. I'm going to show you how to do a multiple response in this video. We're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to throw our hands down for power, put our weight back on our hips, explode up, bringing our knees up. When I land on the box, I'm going to land with my entire foot on the box. And I'm going to make a seamless transition from my balls of my feet back to my heels, back to my weight and my hips. So, weight back in my hips, throw my hands down, balls of the feet, back to my hips. And when you land on the box, I want you to land as softly and as quietly as possible. So now we're going to reverse that process, jump back down to the ground. When I do that again, I'm landing on the balls of my feet, back to my heels, back to my hips. And when I land, I'm essentially loading my hips back for that next jump. So as I'm landing softly, and then boom, power right back in the next. One jump, right into the next. Now you'll notice with the CrossFit trend, when people do the multiple response jumps, they're looking for speed. So you'll see this form being used. The problem with that form is it's terrible on your knees. I've been doing box jumps longer than CrossFit has existed. That being said, it is great for speed, but the problem is when you're landing, you have your shoulders and your head over your knees, puts all the tension here. The traditional box jump, the way it's been done forever, is with your weight, your power, and your hips. So unless you're really looking for speed and you're in a competition, do it the way I'm showing you. You're landing with your weight and your hips, landing nice and soft. And that way, in 10 to 15 years from now, you'll still be able to do box jumps with your knees. That's a multiple response box jump. A depth jump is a plyometric exercise to improve quickness and vertical jumping ability. It can be done from anywhere from an 8 to a 36-inch box or bench, any tool that you can use and you can stand up on. I'm going to use a bench. I'm going to start standing up on the bench. For a depth jump, we're going to start by stepping off your box or bench, landing on both balls of your feet, and immediately, as fast as you can, you're going to jump straight back up. So what we're not going to do is we're not going to jump off, but we are going to step off. There is a difference you'll see in a moment. And then the next thing is we're not looking for maximal height, trying to jump as high as we can, but instead what we're trying to do is minimize the time on the ground. So think the ground is hot, you want to get off the ground as fast as possible. So I step off, I land on both balls of my feet, straight up, in the air. Now notice I try my best to make that nice, quick, light touch on the balls of my feet. Step back up to the next one. Step off, quick, light touch on the balls of the feet. We're not going to take the time and load and get a big power jump. We do that with other exercises. One last time, stepping off, landing on both balls of the feet, real quick, straight back up. That's a depth jump. Thanks for working out with me today. Make sure you click the link in the video description. It'll shoot you over to HASfit's website where we have their workout instructions. If you enjoyed this workout, make sure you check out HASfit's website where we have hundreds of additional free workouts. We have our free meal plans to lose or gain weight, as well as our complete 30 to 90-day fitness programs. All there, all for free, just for you. Please do me a favor and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It'll really help keep this great service free. Like us on our Facebook fan page or follow us on Twitter. We'll send you the best daily motivation. And while you're at it, stop by our store, pick up a poster or a t-shirt, whatever it takes to help you stay motivated and on track. I'm Coach Kozak from HASfit, and I'll see you at your next workout.